Attention music lovers, presenting the Silverback Listening Team, an elite unit of trained ears forged in studios, the lab, and symphony halls, deployed in the name of nature preservation. Join the proud heroic ranks and be the difference to life on the planet while enjoying listening sessions like this. This exclusive presentation features the cool, calm, and acoustically collected Silverback team member, Tim Harris. Set your volume and join this session. Make sure to disengage any form of artificial processing for the best experience. Thank you for your kind like and subscribe. And please, do join the back channel chatter in the comments of this video. Stjernholm Reviews, making hi-fi great again.
So Tim, this is your chance to lay your ears upon the Clarity 6.2s.
Yeah.
The first speaker from the company. So it's pretty interesting. In this configuration, you have them set up using 2 subwoofers. Something I did for my own listening session as well. So it could really be interesting to hear your perspective on these speakers.
Yeah.
That is something, yeah, of course, very different. So do your thing, and they can go really loud if you need to.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Radiant.
So they will do easily do 105
Neat.
in the listening position.
Cool. Yeah.
When we use the subs as we do here.
Yeah. And they're not Radiant subs.
No, it's a Buchardt Sub10s.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're both pushed out to the corners.
Yeah.
Yeah. Different distances, but you compensated for that. Great. Let's have a listen to the new Radiant Acoustics design speaker. Let's have a little Steely Dan.
With subs.
With subs.
Yeah. Served with subs.
these are very revealing, very detailed speakers. They can play loud and detailed. Very impressive so far.
The Silverback Listening Team, elite listeners for nature preservation. Join them on the electronic webs, patreon.com/Stjernholm Reviews.
Give them some beans.
Okay.
That was 105, and there you felt the pressure on the subs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it doesn't sound that loud, does it?
No.
And
very
that's due to
pleasant.
extremely low distortion.
Yeah, it sounds clean and clear.
Yeah.
So you think, I can take more, they can take more.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or something like this that also really has some dynamics in the low end.
Yeah. Dynamics all the way up and down. Their response is extremely detailed, such a quick response. So the transients and dynamics are really preserved or presented very clearly.
Exactly. And it also helps with the amplifier. We're using that MXA Eigentakt amp, which also has extremely low distortion.
Yeah,
But I don't know.
and plenty of headroom too.
Yeah, tons of headroom.
I like the way you undress me and smile. These are the days that we meet, and it's been quite a while. I'd like to say that you're the sweetest guy. I have to say you commit.
Great production, that one. Wow, they're snappy. That's a snappy pair of speakers. As in transient response is so well defined and quick. Very lively dynamics. Loads and loads of headroom. I'll try one of my favorites, so the usuals.
They say you're the way, the light. The light is so blinding. Am I not a question? Your father's killing.
You don't notice, man, but you're doing like 303 dBs in the listening position.
I love them. I want a pair. I've got goosebumps and everything.
You do?
Yeah,
Oh, that's great.
love them. They're an impressive pair of speakers. Such clarity, such dynamism, so much headroom and power handling. And then it's all put together musically. So you can talk about the technical aspects of it, but it just presents musically very, very competently, dynamically, exciting, involving. Never really gets harsh despite the loud volume. That's a good set of speakers. I'm impressed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. I was a little afraid that you would find them a bit too dry, maybe.
Hmm.
Not jumping out, grabbing you, a little maybe scooped out in the middle, and not at all.
No, I don't think so. They are dry sounding because of their precision and snappiness.
Yeah.
There's no overhang. There's no residual resonances that blur any of the transients coming afterwards. So the dynamics are very snappy and clearly defined. So it makes them drier feeling, but that just appeals to the poppier stuff that I like.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're very nice to listen to.
Wow.
Huge amounts of headroom.
Yeah, especially when we get the subs,
Yeah.
so we cannot get the woofer out of order.
Out
you
of
know?
whack, that's right. And despite their very slender subs, I think they've tuned them nicely into the system. They integrate well. They're
Yeah.
slightly quieter than maybe I should. I know I said they sound fine there. Maybe a dB or two more,
Yeah.
just to get a bit more at the bottom end. But they link very nicely with the Radiants and do a very good job of.
Yes, Room Perfect has done a really nice job actually integrating them, because otherwise it would be quite boomy out there.
Yeah.
You can't do it without something like Room Perfect.
No.
Um,
But the timing delays you put into them seem to fit very well too.
you don't hear them as such. They
No.
feel just like an integral part of the system.
Part of it, that's right, yeah.
I only notice them when they are pushed beyond their capability, because the Radiant, when that is offloaded,
Yeah.
like it is here, it's really, really, really capable of high SPL.
So much.
With that tweeter there.
Yeah.
That AMT tweeter is just crazy.
Yeah, with no breakup or compression artifacts or
No, not at all.
anything. It's usually, for me, it's like, okay, that's enough. I don't want to turn them up anymore because they deliver so much clear sound. You think, that's plenty. That's 103, 105 in here.
I mean, I'm sitting back here and I'm thinking, does he know what he's doing right now? Because when they're so clean, it's you know, when you play these guys low, like we do now, it feels so unsatisfying, right? So you crank them up, and then you crank them up some more, and still they're so distortion free you don't really notice.
No, there's no cost of playing loud. There's no price involved. What do you compromise on? Oh, that's a bit harsh now, so I'll back off. They can just give you more and more. It feels like. So I reach my end stop before they do, because I think, okay, that's enough.
Now, or maybe you don't notice you reach your end stop. You know, it's kind of crazy, right?
The thing is, I can see you, a blurred version of you in the background here in my monitor. So when I see you starting to smile and reach for the remote control, then I know I've hit your end stops.
Because you went nuts.
The old fellow
again.
in the back is starting to, oh, it's getting a bit twitchy now. It's a bit loud in here.
No, but ain't it crazy?
It's beautiful. It's very nice, and I feel involved. I feel excited. I feel entertained. Are you not entertained? Yeah, I am. These are, and again, for the size of the things, they're impressive amount of delivery that comes from them in a very musical package.
If you find the Clarity 6.2 interesting, please do check out the full, very satisfying 2-part review. It's linked in the show notes of this video.
I get so lost sometimes. Days pass, and this emptiness fills my heart. When I want to run away, I drive off in my car. But whichever I come back to the place you are. All my instincts, they return. The grand facade so soon will burn. Without a noise, without my pride, I reach out from the inside. In your eyes, the light, the heat.
Okay, that was a little bit more shouty on that vocal than I remember in that production.
Last time you heard that one, I think that was on the Model Bs,
Okay,
the Steinway Lyngdorf Model Bs.
yeah,
That was a great session.
that was
Yeah.
an eye opener.
It destroyed my life a little bit.
Once you've heard them, then where can you go?
Can't be unheard.
No, Joni.
And ice cream castles in the air, and feather canyons everywhere. Looked at clouds that way, but now they only block the sun. They rain and they snow on everyone. So many things I would have done, but clouds got in my way. I looked at clouds from both sides now, from up and down, and still somehow it's cloud illusions I recall. I really don't know clouds. At all. Moons and Junes and Ferris wheel.
Beautiful. That wasn't shouty. That was smooth. That was elegant.
Do you feel that the details are like overwhelming or in your face in any way?
No, I don't find that. I don't have such a strong sense of the room that they playing in now. So something's going on there with the sound of the concert hall or the studio that they're playing in. I seem to remember it was slightly more ambient information than I'm getting now.
Mm-hmm.
But everything else is very well balanced and hugely detailed without feeling clinical. So I like them. I'd say what I'd love to hear these up against the MoFis.
Yeah.
I maybe think they're slightly more exciting, more stimulating, whereas these are extremely competent, neutral sounding, with loads and loads of dynamic headroom. But I still feel entertained and involved. So I'll be interested to hear those two things, see if there is a difference between them. I think they've got different characters,
Very different characters.
but I think they both deliver in
in
their
all
own way.
regards, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they did deliver the music in a very pleasing way, just differently. I like them. What's the price on these?
A pair is 4,000 euros.
4,000 times
30,000.
30,000.
Yeah.
Okay. And the MoFi,
Half the price. If they're the little ones, the
Ah.
MoFi 8s.
Yeah. I remember the big.
888
Yeah.
is like 45,000 Danish
Okay.
or
yeah.
50 or something like that.
Yeah, because we also got to add in the extra subs here that we're hearing
Yeah.
for that headroom, whereas the 888s didn't need extras.
No.
No.
No, they did not.
No, they didn't.
Didn't need anything.
No, but extremely. Imagine this as your debut product.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
I
They
mean, you
really
could-
pulled out all the
speaker-
stops.
The speakers here, including the two Buchardt subs,
Yeah.
would set you back like 6,600 euros, something like that.
Yes.
That's not half bad for that kind of performance.
No,
I think.
And that clarity and the dynamism. Yeah, that sort of tight pop. It plays to their strengths. They present it very well.
Very tight.
Yeah. Say that again. Let's try something a little looser, but still very funky. Play, you bastard.
I love that record.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about this girl, maybe I should. I met her in Philly, and her name was Brian. See, we be making love constantly. That's why my eyes are a shade blood burgundy. The way that we kiss is unlike any other way that I be kissing when I'm kissing. What I'm missing, won't you listen? Brown sugar, babe. I guess high up your love, I don't know how to be. Brown sugar. I want something brown sugar. I want something brown sugar. I want something brown sugar.
Nice, strong stereo field. Presented really stably, and there's nice depth to it as well. So it makes a lot of music very enjoyable. I sent you that link to Betty Davis there.
Yeah.
She had attitude back then. You can really see like Prince's inspiration for someone like her back in the day.
It was so funny to hear it.
Yeah.
I didn't see it coming that
No.
you would like something like that.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
I mean,
Funky,
yeah.
nasty
But-
in a great way.
But
She's
I
got
thought you were more of a pop guy than a funky fella.
I am, but I appreciate anything with a touch of grit in it as well.
I must say, she has the grit.
I can say that again. She had some attitude. I think she was too much for her time.
Yeah,
I mean,
of
look at the
course.
album cover like that. That's no whole bars. I mean, she was in your face.
He was a bad freak. I used to beat him with a turquoise chain. Yeah. When I was his woman,
Got
It's just a record that screams, "Give me some harmonic distortion now."
Yep,
you
that's
know?
right. And it's
You-
a great band as well on that one. Yeah.
satisfy me
It's a completely new side of Tim, this one.
So there's also some Janis Joplin in her attitude, vocal. Yeah.
The bigger, the better. I think there's a tremendous scale to that track.
Yeah,
and the room.
Yes, I had a good sense of the soundstage that they were on and the room and stuff. So that presented the acoustics wonderfully as well.
Yeah.
So that was very nice.
It just still sounds, when I heard this one on the Model D,
Yeah.
the flagship speaker there in a big room, it was just something else.
Yeah, that's right.
So
was that the one where I was with you? That was Model B, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was, that must have been stunning. Did they feel like 2 levels above the ones that
No,
I heard?
No.
No? Okay.
No, but the room was different. It was a pretty big room.
Yeah.
So there was more reverberation, and it kind of suited that large speaker, that being such a dipole, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So it gave a added dimension to it, even bigger.
Yeah, it demands a big room, those open back speakers.
The bass performance was not quite the same.
No?
But the room was also bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
it was not like it was lacking, but it didn't have the punch, and the Model B didn't have the absolute punch as well.
No, that's right. Because as soon as we started playing EDM music on it, it was a bit it was a bit underwhelming.
Yeah.
All the acoustic stuff was fabulous.
Yeah, exactly. So
out of this world.
It's like every speaker has strengths and weaknesses.
Yep.
I feel these speakers are very all-round to me. Yep. I mean, no matter what I throw at them, it's not like I'm feeling that they miss anything.
Exactly, yeah.
Never knew how much I care. When you put your arms around me, I get a fever that's so hard to bear. You give me fever when you kiss me, fever when you hold me tight.
You need some EDM.
Fever in the morning, fever all.
Ray Charles is always good. I'm trying to think if these are too analytical or neutral or sterile, but I don't get that feeling. I'm entertained and excited by them.
Yeah.
So despite
I'm
them
happy
being
about that.
Extremely exact in their presentation, it's also still musical feeling. They're very impressive.
I think it's a really hard balance to get absolutely right.
Yeah.
Because a lot of speakers, they like, okay, can they play? Do I feel entertained when playing this hip hop track?
Yeah.
A lot of speakers would just go like, nah, boring, you know?
Mm.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G.
Snoop Dogg.
You know I'm mobbing with the D.R.E.
Yeah. You know who's back up in this motherfucker.
But of course they are little, like a accountant, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they're very precise, very correct.
Very exact.
You know, no G string there.
No,
right?
No, you don't get anything extra, but they reveal anything that's there.
Yeah.
And again, it's back to almost zero distortion.
Yeah.
They don't color the sound in any way.
Exactly. But they're not like overly revealing. It's like they still have a level of forgiveness.
Yep. The music still hangs together as a piece of music rather than being divided up and presented separately. It's still a musical experience, which, as you say, is a very
like some studio monitors can just, pull things apart. And
that's right. Total revelation of everything, but very little experience in the enjoyment.
Yeah. Here's some pop.
Yeah.
Lucky girl, she got married to a boy like you. She'd kick you out if she ever knew about all the you tell me that you do. Dirty boy, you know everyone is talking on the scene. I hear them whispering about the places that.
I mean, they feel at home there as well.
Det er underligt. Den postkasse, du kan putte brev i, siger du ordblinden. Det var ærgerligt. Jeg kunne sige mange ting, jeg kunne sige flere ting. Liv, det er smukt, jeg har lige fået flere penge.
It works fine.
Very nice. Again, they don't seem, like I say, don't seem to be phased by anything.
No.
Baby, don't make me spell it out for you. All of the feelings that I got for you can't be explained, but I can try for you. Yeah, baby, don't make me spell it out for you. You keep on asking me the same questions. I'm second guessing all my intentions. Should know by the way I use my compression that you got the answers to my confessions. It's like I'm powerful with a little bit of tender and emotional, sexual bender. Mess me up, yeah, but no one does it better. There's nothing better. That's just the way you make me feel. 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 So good, so good, so fucking real. So good, so good, so that's just the way you make me feel. That's just the way you make me feel. That's just the way you make me feel. Your love is lovely.
What do you think about that?
Big sound, big sound. If you closed your eyes, think how big are the speakers that I'm listening to physically. I'd say they should be at least twice the size of the cabinets I'm looking at. This is impressive.
I think we're being fooled a bit also with the subs and the nice room correction.
Yep.
So but that just proves it works.
Can be done.
Adding a couple of subs if you don't feel you have enough headroom.
Yep.
Right?
Yes.
When the subs really integrate well, it just works so nicely.
Very much.
It means so much for the enjoyment.
That's right.
This is good old yellow.
Yeah.
Always entertainment value.
Yep. Such great sounds they make.
Stjernholm Reviews. Making hi-fi great again and saving the wildlife habitats of the world. Join our Patreon and take part while enjoying all our exclusive listening session, early releases, and much, much more. Stjernholm Reviews. Your sound, your music, your planet.
If you don't wanna see did a full 180, crazy, thinking about the way I was. Did the heartbreak change me? Maybe, but look at where I ended up. I'm all good already, so moved on. It's scary. I'm not where you left me at all. So if you
What the hell was that?
What a banger.
What the hell?
What do you mean?
I mean, I'm sitting back here, and the top end just feels so well managed.
Yep, that's right. And
Right?
the clarity of the reverb on her voice there, yeah, it's such a banger of a hit. That one was so well defined.
Yeah, but at the same time, they're really dry,
Yep.
and you can't fault anything on them.
No,
But
but
I
without
can't-
being boring.
Yes, but I can't help to think that, okay, are they so perfect that they're actually becoming boring over time? Do you need something that is a little more unruly?
Yeah, or has a personality, or yeah, it's unruly, but I'm not sure, but it's difficult to fault them. Whether they become too faultless over time, as you were saying, I don't know, but that's they deliver so much for the size, and it's very, because that track can get sharp and a bit
Yeah.
scratchy, high volumes.
Exactly.
And it didn't
in the
there.
top end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it didn't. These have never been too scratchy or sharp in anything they've delivered.
They're not overly warm or anything.
Nope,
They are not overly bright.
no,
And they are smooth in the top end,
Yep.
but you never miss a definition.
no.
The
And then-
only thing I feel like is that I have to play them quite loud before they get interesting.
Yeah,
Like with systems with more distortion
yeah.
or whatever it is, it feels like I don't have to play them just as loud.
No, because you get the feeling of, oh, now I'm pushing
Yeah.
them. Whereas this one says it's difficult to push them.
Yeah, I mean the same feeling you get in with those big monitors in that studio.
Yeah,
We don't see that often anymore.
No.
Those big main monitors that
yeah, the Suffolk
that was
mounted
just
ones.
so clean and so everything carved out, and you just push and push and push, and you have no clue you are working in 110 dB.
Exactly, because it didn't feel like it. You just think, oh yeah, and you go back to the smaller midfields and press those. You think, okay, now I'm playing loud.
Yeah.
Because they're getting to their limits.
Yeah,
Whereas
exactly.
here, you're right, there seems to be endless headroom here.
Yeah. It's
So,
quite an interesting experience, as we spoke about, without the subs.
Yeah.
When that woofer is just, it's like perfect, full power, no problems. Imagine an electric car that will perform all the horsepower
Yeah.
to zero battery,
Yes.
right?
And then dies.
That's how they feel, and then
Yeah.
and then they die.
Yeah, but that's good engineering. So,
Yeah.
but you're used to getting some signs that now I'm close to break up.
Yeah.
Now they've got to back off a bit because anymore, and it's going to end badly. Whereas these ones, they give it all you've got until no more.
Yeah.
But I like them. I like playing loud. I like feeling entertained and involved. So I enjoy not being punished with distorted sound.
Yeah.
It can be dangerous because you get used to the high volume.
I mean, we could pull the speakers out further in the room, but that would require brand new calibration and everything.
Yeah.
To try to work on that soundstage. When I had them in with the other guys, we were listening without subs.
Yeah.
With Carsten and Lars, and we pulled out the speakers like into the middle of the room almost.
Okay.
So they enjoyed a very big soundstage because they get all the reflections from the back wall and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It really made a difference to the depth of the sound image, no doubt.
They felt it was too shallow up against the wall in or what?
No, yeah, but we just wanted them to play neutral without any room correction.
Oh, yeah.
So we were very puristic when we listened to them in their session.
Yeah.
I also gave them a listen, but I kind of dozed off because I was lacking the headroom. With my bigger sounding things, very dynamic stuff, they were simply running out of SPL.
Yeah.
I was lacking like 10 dB or something.
Oh, yeah.
Then I combined them with subs and did this calibration that you're listening to now and had a wonderful listening session, just like you.
Yeah.
Because there was enough of everything.
Yes, but they've been released to provide everything the best way they could without being punished in the low end. Yeah,
exactly. And it's like that AMT just has so much extra to give.
Yeah,
That it's kind of being unleashed
exactly.
when you do it like this.
Yeah, I could understand why they went the extra mile and included those, because they're far from a cheap solution to incorporate one of those tweeters, but it shines all the way up and just can take just about anything you throw at it.
Yeah, and it doesn't have any of those little weird things you can experience sometime with dome tweeters.
Yeah, the
that is being
artifacts.
pushed. Yeah.
Some resonances in the
little
mid-tones and the vocals
ringing
that just start to pop out of
They have this
soundstage.
smoothness you had on the Dua Lipa track.
Yep.
You know, all the way until your ears bleeds. They're really, really capable.
Yes, they are.
And then you can think about the price again, because other speakers using kind of the same configuration, I mean, from Danish companies as well, can cost 20, 22, 25,000 euros.
Wow.
And these are 4,000 euros.
Yeah, it's almost a factor of 10, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
But I'm not sure everyone will understand this speaker. If you go into a store and listen to this next to a DALI speaker, maybe, and then the clarities, that excitement that you get right away with the DALIs. Remember those?
Vaguely.
The Rubicons, the little active
yes,
two ways there.
Yeah, yes.
That has had some excitement about them.
Yeah.
What did you say about those?
I think I was a little worried that they would become fatiguing.
Yeah, in the long run.
In the long run, because they grabbed you too excited and you think, but is it a bit too hyped?
Yeah.
Too attention grabbing to be a long-term love affair, let's say.
Yeah.
That you will slowly go off the ball.
And then again, it really depends on how you listen, right?
Yeah, that's
if
right.
You're that casual listener that just, drops a beat and then go out and make your dinner and you just want to feel some excitement.
It's a perfectly good solution. Yeah. Yes.
It really depends on for how long you listen.
Yeah, and how detailed, the variety of music as well. Because if you're looking for stuff that works with orchestration and EDM and acoustics and pop and stuff like that, so far these are really, really good all-rounders. Without compromising on any of it, it seems.
I mean, dynamics is never... You're never wrong with having plenty of that speed and dynamics, and a lot of speakers really doesn't have it.
No.
They are simply not getting everything scooped out, right?
No, that's right. Plus, they're designed up to their limits. Then you quickly reach their saturation point, whereas these seem to have so much headroom in every direction that they're never unbalanced. They maintain their profile and their balance all the way up to the very loud levels. So they're never pushed over the edge.
Just have a quick listen on this. It's a Rolling Stones track. I just stumbled upon it.
Oh.
And that dynamics there.
Yeah.
Just so makes the track so lively.
Okay. Their new album should be pretty bad.
Lame.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great, right?
Wow, yes. It's a melody. What did they say? Oh, melody. Wow.
So, Tim, you just had a session with the Clarity 6.2 from Radiant Acoustics, set up with a couple of little subs from Buchardt, the Sub10.
Yep.
What's your key takeaways with this speaker?
Nice. I like them. I want a pair. They sound really good. What a first product from the company in the speaker category. They are very impressive. The headroom is colossal when they're tied together with some suitable subs, just to take some of the pressure off the woofer. Very hugely snappy and dynamic. The transients are so well delivered, never sharp, never tiring, just seem to go on forever. They can just deliver. I don't think they're sterile. I can't seem to force myself to think are they too analytical or lacking some musicality. It's presented so well and so musically packaged, but revealing so much. So they're really nice set of speakers. Sound twice the size that they are, given the enclosure size, and do a very good job at presenting all sorts of music. So I like them. I'm tempted.
You didn't feel that there was any, were they lacking anywhere? Anything you can point out as a negative?
I try to be critical and look on the negative side of things, but it's difficult. Now, I haven't heard them without subs helping out. So maybe when they're standing alone, then they might seem a little bit limiting. But the setup you got here with the extra subs there, it's very difficult to fault them. I must admit, even though I've tried to be critical. They got huge amounts of surplus headroom, competency, dynamics, whatever you like, and still present an involving, entertaining sound field of music. So I'm very impressed with them.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming and giving them your evaluation.
My pleasure. It's an enjoyable afternoon to listen to such high quality speakers in such a nice area. And the company's not bad too.
Cheers, my friend. And thank you.
My pleasure. See you soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Tim.
I'm just sitting down. I'm not going anywhere. I'm almost saying goodbye. I'm leaving now. Goodbye.
Don't go, Tim.
Don't go. There's no more food left. I might as well go. Nice one. I always learn something about up here. I always presented with new ways of listening to music. It's always inspirational. And as long as I get the goosebumps at some time, there's always like, yep, got it, got it. Yeah,
that's perfect.
It got through to me, which I didn't feel in the first set. It's maybe because they just couldn't play loud. I'm a simple man. I need a certain volume to get.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Get
the first
excited.
ones couldn't, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, here comes the AV therapist himself. Stjernholm reviews.
Hey, Patron. I hope you enjoyed this session. Thank you so much for your contribution towards nature preservation, a gift that will stand long after the music stops.